Okay, let's try this again. I swear. Okay, have sound now? Yay. I don't know what happened. So, yay, we're trying it again. Hi, Rowan, how are you? Oh, I swear, it's one thing with this technology. But anyway, how are you guys doing? Hopefully everything is making sense now. Yay. No wonder when I was asking. I was like, oh, can anybody hear me? Nobody's talking back to me. I am doing good. I am doing good. I'm. Hi. Hi, Warrior. Hi, Gwen. Hi, Faye. Okay, yeah, there was supposed to be sound for sure. There was definitely supposed to be sound. I. I'm going to kind of give it a minute for everyone to filter through because that was chaos. So that's why I always start a little bit early. So that way we can just fix what needs to be fixed and move on. So I'll give everybody some time to filter through before we start going through. And now my webcam over here is not going. Okay. Yay. Let's try to fix that. Hi, Jessica. How are you? Let's see. Boop, doop, doop. So the camera's not working here. It's frozen. Let me see. And I don't want to back out of my stream yet again. So let's see. How do I fix this? But how's everybody doing as I'm sitting here trying to get everything going? No, it's still frozen. God, no. Let me try to fix just real fast. I am pretty sure I can get this going real fast here. So tell me about your day. Tell me how everything's going. What's new? What is... Let's see. There's going to be my face in a second. Okay. Ha ha! I fixed it. I'm so proud of myself. I'm learning. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing? Yeah, I feel that, Faye. I definitely feel that. Hiya, Cottage Witch. Yeah, it's been it's been fun on my neck of the woods too. So if you see less videos from me, I do apologize. I'm trying to do as much as I can. I'm trying to backlog some as well. So I'm trying to get videos out. I'm going to try to go live a lot more to kind of help combat some of the need for the backlogging. So things are crazy with my animals. So I'm trying to get as much done as I can. Should there be an emergency, should there be anything that I have to step away from for a while. So I'm trying to be proactive. So I'm a little scatterbrained. I'm a little stressed. So if I seem out of sorts, if I seem not myself, that's why. So I'm going to try to get out as much as I can to you guys. I'm going to try to go live as much as I can as a distraction. But at the same time, it's kind of like, ugh. So long story short, dog is at his sunset years, and everything keeps changing as far as his medication needs go and his schedule goes. So I'm kind of spitballing how I'm doing all of this. So yeah, and the 4th of July is coming up. So we've been experimenting with some other calming products for the dogs, which kind of helps, kind of not really. But anything's better than nothing. Walter does have his anti-anxiety, but we can't give that to him every night. And we don't know if we're going to have fireworks. But basically, every day since the Memorial Day weekend here has been a firework night. So it's been fun. Lots of no sleep for me. So I do apologize for all of this. Life is just insane. So with that being said, I do want you guys to mark your calendars. I plan on going live for 777. So July 7th. It's basically lucky number 7 across the board. So I want to do like a day of just reading and seeing, you know, where we're at, where we're going to go, what to kind of look out for, that sort of a thing. So 777, I kind of want to do all of that with you guys and hang out. Hi, super girly. Yeah, the fireworks are not fun. I actually drove by like a still smoldering firework thing in the middle of the street that's on like a public road today in the middle of the day. So just like, it's such a fire hazard here. It's your anniversary? Oh, how awesome. Hi, Wild Gems. All right, so I'm going to give it a little bit more time for people to come in because I want as many people to see this if they were planning on coming as they want. So other than that, I kind of want to give you a little bit more updates. Let's see. So the 777, if you hear fireworks tonight, I'm going to try to pause and calm them down. We'll see how it goes. Hi, Wild Game. Oh, lots of wild in here. Or Warrior. Okay, W. Natasha, it's just W that's in here. And yeah, so other than that, just going to advertise myself. I have a Patreon. I have channel memberships. I've got merch. You can't really see it with the way the lighting is. So I got merch. I've got my Amazon wish list. I got my Amazon storefront. I got, you name it, you got it. All in the link tree that's in the description box. If it's not there, just, you know, search Wicked Moonlight. You'll find me everywhere. And then also on that note, keep an eye out for those scammers. I'm not going to be in your DMs. I'm not going to comment that you won anything. There's a lot of different copycat accounts that will look legit, but they're spelt differently. And if you look into the profile, they haven't been on an account for that long. So just be warned. If you guys DM me and I happen to see it, then absolutely I'll reply, but I'm not going to reach out first. And yeah, if there's a giveaway going, you'll know on my community tab. I will not reach out in the comment section. So just be wary of all of that. It is rampant in everybody's channels and social medias. So I'm throwing it out there again. Yeah, life is definitely testing right now, for sure. Trying to keep a positive mindset is always helpful, but at the same time, like, there's only so much positivity you can, you know, try to think about, right? Oh, thanks, Rowan. Yeah, hit the like. Hi, Richard. How are you? Like button, all of that stuff. We'll do card pulls at the end of the flip through and everything for everyone. You do not have to tip in order to get a card. If you would like to tip or super chat or anything like that, feel free, but it is not an obligation. So just keep that in mind. I know there's a lot of different, like, I know it's more popular on TikTok, I believe, that people like to say like, oh, tip to affirm or, super chat to affirm. No, you do not need to affirm or do anything like that. If it resonates with you, it resonates with you. If you like to support, there's so many different ways to support the channel. Even sharing and liking and, just watching is fantastic. So with that being said, I think we'll get into it now that we're 10 minutes through. So I found this at a thrift store for $2.99. And I've been holding on to it for a little bit because I wanted to do a live with it. It is in pretty messed up shape as far as the box goes. So, like, I was unsure if it was going to have all of its contents in it. Hi, Jan. How are you? And so this one was sold at Anthropologie. It retails for $16.99 in the US and $14.99 in the UK. However, right now I'm sure you can get it for like $10, something pretty inexpensive because it's been out for so long. Hi, super girly. So this is all about dreams and decoding the dreams. And so there's no guidebook in it. It's just the cards. So it's ever dream that you were flying or being chased? Do you wake up and wonder, what did that mean? Dream Decoder presents 60 of the most common dreams, explaining what your unconscious mind is telling you. So this is published by Lawrence King, and it is by Theresa Cheung and illustrations by Harriet Lee Marion. And if that author's name sounds familiar, they are the ones that did the Rune Oracle. It looks very similar, and I don't have it on me at the moment to where I can grab it. So there, oh, the band's on there. So that's exciting. Okay, so it looks like we do have a little book here. I'm going to switch over to the full screen. Let's check it out here. All right, today, following on from the insights of Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung in the last century, dreams are interpreted psychologically, making interpretation an even more relevant source of guidance, inspiration, and creativity. All right. Use these cards to decipher its hidden meaning and resolve the deep questions and concerns the dream was probably addressing. All right. More dream recall. So basically, it's just like pick the card that looks like what happened in your dream, but I'm sure you can use it as an oracle as well. But let's take a look here. So there's the bottom of it. That's surprising. It's always funny to, we buy, board games and stuff at the thrift store. And it's always interesting to see, are all the components there? What's going on? What did we get? I'm going to try to move this over here a little bit. All right, let's try it this way. Yay. Okay. So, yeah, all of the information is going to be on the back. It just takes a lot of patience to find the cool stuff at thrift stores. It just takes going and being persistent. All right, so the cardstock is okay. It's not my favorite. It's on the thinner side. It's a matte, but if we're not really using it as an oracle, it should be okay. But let's see if we can identify any of these dreams. And hopefully it focuses and it doesn't become a nuisance today. Oh, that's paralysis. Okay, come on. This looks like worry. Being unprepared. Oh, this one's falling. We know that one. Gosh, those dreams are the worst. And you jolt awake and then you feel like you can't go back to sleep. All right, public nudity. I don't remember ever having one of those dreams. Like the common trope of showing up to school naked. I've never recalled having a dream like that. Car out of control or speeding. Okay, that's a bathroom. So having a hard time going to the bathroom? Like a maze there? Unable to find a restroom. This is interesting. Ugh. Oh, wow. That's awesome, Richard. I don't find it... Okay, that's being chased. I don't find it weird to get secondhand decks at all because, you know, you can cleanse them and you can make them your own. Especially if they're decks that you haven't been able to get a hold of or are more expensive now. Death or Dying. And speaking of that, the Teeth Falling Out was that one. I did order, because you guys requested it, I did order the Copycat Temu. Sorry, my chair. The Copycat Temu decks. So we're going to take a look at those. And I am not happy that I paid for them because I don't want to support it, but it's going to be a PSA, so I feel better. So this is Unfamiliar, Secret, or Unused Room. The other one was Death or Dying. I don't know if I mentioned that. I'm getting off track. Being at School. This is a 4K webcam, and it's not focusing for me. I am annoyed. All right. The deck is the first edition of the deck version. Oh, nice. That's the best. All right. That was Cheating on a Partner. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. Actor or celebrity. Looks like a vortex that I can't get out of. Oh. That one was being lost or losing something. SEX. Oh my gosh, that's a steal. Time. Oh, technology. Come on, focus, please. Demon or monster. Cityscape. Buildings. Ooh, it was $10. Nice. Fire. It's like it wants to focus on everything in the background but this. But what I want it to focus on. Birds. Look, me and technology, we are in a love-hate relationship. Just as I figure it out, something new happens. Flowers. Right, Richard? Absolutely. You're like, nope, it's mine. That's what I want. Oh. I'm sorry, Jessica. Yeah. Animals. Looks like what? Running late? Being late. Ooh, that's fun. Dark house. Maybe not so much fun with that. What's going on here? Focus. Okay. Oh, it's a rake. So that says Intruders. Hey, Spring Garnet. How are you? Feeling trapped. Ooh. These are very, they evoke a lot of emotion out of you, the illustrations. Drowning. wedding or marriage. There, that, oh, just focus for like 2 seconds. So accidents. Ooh. UFO. So aliens or robots. You're welcome. You changed your name again. Religious or spiritual figures. Have a good night, warrior. Close. Richard, I think I have that as an option. I gotta double check after this. Remind me. I think that was one of the options that I put up for, it's one of her decks. So disaster, which I also found at a thrift store. What was this, food? That's awesome. Food or drink. Insects or reptiles. Money, that's what that looks like. Yup. We were just on the Hot Mess Express today. My goodness. It's all right. Never a dull moment when you come here. Castles, ancient buildings, and tombs. Cell phones. That was social media. Water. Beach. Oh, then that makes sense, Richard. Deceased people. Girl, same. We are being advised to stay hydrated and stay indoors. Starting Friday, we should be at 110. Ridiculous. And Saturday is going to be our hottest day of the week at like max, supposed to be at 115. I can't even. So superhero powers. It's ridiculous. So please drink water. Please get your pets situated. Ice packs, all of those things. The little cooling bandanas and stuff like that help. I know. It's a 4K webcam, and it's like, I'm going to focus on everything but what you want me to focus it on. So I do apologize. I'm going to try to figure it out eventually. Family. I'm in California. I'm in Northern California. Oh, yeah, the Indigo Angel. Baby or birth. Maybe if I hold it there. I don't know. Children. Ugh, yeah. It's just unrelenting in the summer now. Elderly people. Oh, I can imagine. Texas has got to be just, it's a swamp in your pants every time you walk out the door. People. Apocalypse. I like the colors of this. I like the illustrations. It does evoke a lot of emotion. So being at work. I know, right? All the choices. Body parts. That's why I like having this channel, is because you guys can see all the different types of decks, styles of decks, and figure out what works best for you, so you don't waste money or spend money on stuff that maybe you won't use or maybe you won't connect with. Moving forward. Numbers. Books, writing, or words. Walter just came to sat by the door. Trees, mountains, and gardens. Yeah, it's a lot more now, for sure. Murder. It's like, I don't know if I could say that. Oh, but you know, at least you have like precautions set in place with not being allowed to barbecue, Jan. Like, we shouldn't, it's so hot right now here in California, and we have so many forests and wildfires and just fire in general that we should not be doing at-home fireworks. It makes no sense. Like, but people want to, you know, show off, I guess. So finding something valuable. Oh, wow, Massachusetts? That makes sense. Transport. Flying without wings. All right. So I just want to see how it shuffles. Oh, it's actually quite a stiff shuffle there. Yeah, that's very true. You can self-publish. Oh, no. No. Fireworks are very much still legal. There are the illegal type that they're not supposed to have, but you know how people are. They still go and get them. So yeah, it's a never-ending battle. Okay, we're going to read for that one because it wanted to pop out. But it shuffles just fine. I don't have an issue with it. I don't know, like, if I would use it as an oracle deck per se, but maybe if like I was doing a dream reading to kind of get more insight like across the board of like I've been having the same type of dream, let's see if I'm getting a little bit more insight about the other elements that I don't remember in the dream. I don't know about you guys, but it's a hard time for me nowadays to do my dream recall, especially since like half the time I get insomnia. So like my sleeping is not fun. But besides the point, this might be an interesting deck to try to do dream recall if you have forgotten or can't quite remember. Oh, you are so lucky in that sense, Rowan, because yeah, no, it definitely, yes, there was a Nike card. We're going to do the being unprepared. Yeah, there was a Nike. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. All right, let's give it a read here. Being unprepared. So I'm going to read it. If it unfocuses, I apologize. I will figure this out at some point. Being unprepared for an exam or important event or taking and failing a test suggests you aren't meeting the standards you've set for yourself. It may appear in the dream that you're being judged by teachers, instructors, or interviewers, but in reality, it's you who are judging yourself harshly. You may lack self-esteem as well as being worried that you are failing short of others' expectations. Your dreaming mind wants you to feel more confident and live life on your own terms. It's prompting you to focus more of your strengths than your weaknesses. If, of course, the dream corresponds literally with a real-life situation, it's simply reflecting your anxiety about being ill-prepared. Sometimes a dream will take an episode from your past, such as school days or college, and use it to address your current situation. Don't imagine it's simply a case of old worries resurfacing. Huh. I mean, not mad at that. Top 10 dream. Oh, is that like that on all of them? No. Oh, let's check it out. So death and dying. Now I'm all nosy. Then we have the Nike. This is interesting. I want to know, like, if this is from, like, a specific study that this is a ranking from. Then falling, unfamiliar, secret, or unused room. I've had that dream before. The one that's the most disturbing, I feel like, is, like, the body parts dreams or, like, your teeth falling out. Ugh. So this is another one, car out of control or speeding. Then we've got the teeth, unable to find a restroom. I've not had that dream, or I don't recall ever having it. Flying without wings, I've had that one. Being chased, I've had that one. All right, was that all 10? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Well, that's cool. That's where I get it from, Rugrats. I loved that show. Yeah, I bet Colorado, Texas, I'm sure, all of those states. I mean, sometimes the naked dreams are fun. Hi, Maura. How are you? Oh, that's not fun, Rowan. Oh, Kimmy was great. All right, so what do we think about this? I want to get your guys' real-time opinions. I'll move it up to the different scene here. There we go, so I can see you. You can see me. Yeah, it did have some good diversity. Not feeling it. I get it. I feel like this is a pretty niche deck. It's something that, you know, if you need it for a specific purpose, if you have a hard time figuring out your dreams or are really invested in learning more about your dreams, then this might be something for you. I do feel like it does the same thing as like a dream dictionary or, you know, going online and looking it up on those dream websites. There's not much here that I would say for me personally that I'm like, okay, like I have to have this information. I can't find it anywhere else. You know what I mean? So I don't know if this is something I would have paid full price for. It was on my list for a while and I kept pushing it back because I'm like, it's kind of too niche for me personally. I don't think anybody would really want to see it. I don't know. And so I kept pushing it back because nobody really requested it. And if they did, I never saw it. So found it at the thrift store and thought, oh, well, you know, we'll see how it goes and if there's all the cards in there. So, wow, all the cards were in there. The packaging's really messed up, but, you know, that's all right. What's important is the inside. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Not feeling it much. It would be fun at a party. Absolutely, Jessica. That would be a fantastic use for it. Especially like if you have those people in your life that are a little curious, want to get in and step their toes into like Oracle decks or, you know, kind of like fun decoding stuff like this. That would be fun. Especially now if you can get it pretty inexpensive. Oh, spring garnet. Knock that off right now. No. I mean, that sounds pretty normal to me. Oh, not mentioned. Oh my gosh, Moira, that is like so specific. And like I'm laughing because of how like detailed and specific that dream is and like what brought that on. Oh my goodness. Snakes. Let's just find the snake one again because I remember there was a snake one. I want to just take a peek. So my friend is she loves snakes and she has a few, and so like I'm always interested to see like what because snakes in our realm of thought is not anything negative, but there are people who still have negative connotations when it comes to snakes and reptiles and that sort of a thing. So let's just see. Let's see what it says. Within the animal kingdom, reptiles and insects carry a strong symbolic change with largely negative overtones. In dreams, they typically represent warriors or threats in your waking life. A reptile can indicate emotional coldness or possibly a situation or relationship you would benefit from dealing with rationally rather than emotionally. A snake, traditionally symbolic of deviousness, could be a sign that greater honesty is required, either from you yourself or from somebody you're involved with. Insects tend to represent irritating problems or distractions. A spider may symbolize a small issue that would become larger if attention isn't paid to it. However, spiders can also denote patience or the success attainable through a skill and hard work. If any creature in a dream takes monstrous form, with exaggerated size or features, this is probably about coming to terms with your shadow side or aspects of yourself you find hard to accept. Very interesting. Dream meanings are so much more personal. Absolutely. I think if you don't know where to jump off from, though, that this is a great starting point. I always tend to look at dreams very much as an intuitive thing. For instance, if you were dreaming about snakes and none of that made sense to your current situation when you had that dream, you might think of it as another connotation, right? Like you might think, okay, well, this has to do with like, maybe it's more like you have a snake in the friend group, or, you know, maybe this is a transformation time for you. Things are going to be different, like you are shedding your old self and going into a new beginning for yourself. So there's a lot of different takes symbolically that your dreams can take on. So whilst this is great as a jumping off point, I don't think it's the be all end all, because it's very much up to you in your own particular universe of you to decide what makes sense and what that means symbolically to you. Like everybody has a different take on different symbols, right? That's why reading the tarot from different people is so interesting, because what they pick up on first is something different than what I would pick up on first. So there's like a lot of various degrees on that, right? So same thing with dreams. And especially if you like work with your ancestors or any kind of your spirit team, there's going to be different times when different symbols are going to be more applicable and stand out to you than somebody else with the same dream. Yes, definitely. Fertility. Yeah. Hi, Smiley Amy. You have this. How do you like this? Hey, supportive is great. So being the supportive shoulder is great. Oh, weird. Yeah. So, consensus is kind of all over the place with this one, huh? I feel like there is a benefit, but I don't think it's a need. Like, for me personally, I don't think this is one that I'm like, yeah, I gotta have it. Or like, I'm so excited about it. But I do think that it would be interesting, like, for an overall, like, dream reading or, like, symbols that maybe we have forgotten or couldn't recall. Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's, like, particularly... Like, I'm not excited about it. You know, like when you get a deck and you're like, ah, this is just beautiful. This is amazing. I'm so excited. This one, yeah, I'm not like super gung-ho about it. However, I do see that it fills a need, and it is something that is useful. And if you're just starting out trying to figure out dream decoding, this could be a good starting deck for you, as well as it could be a great gift for somebody who is wanting to learn or wanting to know more. And I mean, yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't see any glaringly horrible things about it. There's diversity, there's different ages, there's different dynamics here. So yeah, it's nothing to complain about. I'm just not like over the moon with it. Right, Moira? Yeah, it can be in a book. And it might be a little bit more useful that way. However, I will argue there's something about having it be tangible like this that some people with different learning styles can utilize like this. Sometimes it's harder to like flip through a book and you don't get as much information. So I will give it that. And this kind of gives it like more of a tangible feel than just reading something out of the book. I think I just said that, Natasha, wake up. So the other thing too that I thought about is like maybe I was going to say like a daily pull, like maybe something that, not a daily pull, a significate, God, I can't, word and mouth and brain are not doing the thing. You know, a significator, a signifier card in a reading. So like the thing that you're talking about, the thing that you're focusing on, this could be that. And then you can do a reading on that. So like, say you, your dream about the snakes, you can have this in your spread, in your reading, and then you can ask your tarot cards, okay, why am I seeing this? Or your oracle cards, what do I need to know about this specific dream or this specific symbol? So sometimes that's a great tool in helping you focus your energy, focus your intuition on something tangible that you can see, that you can focus on, instead of it being all up in here. There's a lot of people that have a hard time visualizing. Me being one of them. Visualization is a struggle for me. If I need to focus and visualize right then and there, it's a task, it's a chore. It goes in and out of focus. However, throughout my day, if I'm not focusing on a specific task at hand, I can have a whole scene play out in my head and I can see every detail. So sometimes your working visualization can be hard. So this might be a great tool to help focus that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to like it a little bit more now. Lucy Cavendish. Oh, nice. Yeah, helping out with deity work. Awesome. Yeah. You would rely on a book more. She does have the mermaid based one, Lucy. I think it's just called Oracle of the Mermaids, if I remember correctly, which don't quote me on it because memory is not reliable. I've gotten to the point where like I have seen so many titles and I have to remember which ones I have in the collection and which one I've seen that are on the list of me to get. So I'm like, wait, did I have that one? Is that on the list? What's going on? All right. So does anybody want me to pull a dream card for them? A specific one? Do you want me to see what it says instead of shuffling them? And if not, that's cool too. Like, we're good. We can move on if we want to. Another mermaid deck. Oh, wow. I'm all for it. I'll have 50 million mermaid decks. I don't care. I love them. Okay, so just shout out you know, your dream symbol and we'll find it, or we'll find something similar. Yeah, when the list collides. Yeah. All right, so you just want me to shuffle and see what comes out? Or do you have a specific one in mind? All right. Oh, stop it. All right, the Nike one, and then let's see. I'll do the Nike one first. And then Olivia, if you want to just let me know if you want me to shuffle or pull a specific symbol card, I'll do that as well. All right, there we go. The nudity. Being naked or nude or partially clothed is a strong indicator of feeling vulnerable in your waking life. Perhaps you're hiding something or not being true to who you really are. You might feel anxious that others will see through your disguise, or you might be trying hard to impress, but afraid you'll cause disappointment. The dream may be highlighting attention. Oh, on one hand, you want to be completely honest and open with people or someone in particular. On the other, you're afraid that if you do reveal your true feelings or personality, you'll be ridiculed or exposed as a fraud. The reaction of others to your nudity, as well as your own reaction, will help to clarify the dream's meaning. If you don't feel embarrassed, perhaps you're being encouraged to be proud of who you are or the way you think or act. If other people don't notice your nakedness, maybe you're worrying needlessly. So, take what you want out of that one. All right. You're welcome. Shuffle for Faye, shuffle for Olivia. Okay, so I'll do Olivia first, and then Faye, and then Moira. That is for your own interpretation. All right, we'll do Olivia. Disasters. Oh, God. All right, so there we go. And it says, dreaming of any kind of disaster, whether natural, like an earthquake, flood, or fire, or man-made, like an explosion, bomb, or accident, can be extremely unsettling. However, such dreams are not typically precognitive. They are more likely to suggest fears or anxieties or something that you feel is out of your control. Perhaps you're anxious about your future or your peace of mind, or possibly you're worried about your health. Alternatively, you may be going through a personal change that is making you feel uncertain about your direction in life. If the disaster has many victims, maybe your unconscious is telling you it is time to stop following the crowd. An avalanche may suggest you feel burdened down with responsibility or emotional pressure. Fire may suggest passion. Perhaps your emotions are rampaging dangerously. An act of terrorism can reflect social insecurity, the feeling that others are not to be trusted or can't be understood. Interesting. So maybe you got a lot going on, because obviously if you haven't been dreaming of disasters, this might be something that indicates that, like, it's bringing light to the fact that maybe you're feeling a little overwhelmed and anxious, and maybe you're overthinking a lot of things, which, I mean, makes sense in this day and age right now. All right, Faye, you're welcome. And thank you, Rowan, for the list. Appreciate you. Everybody thank Rowan. She's an awesome mod. All right, fire. We've got fire. The Doors is now in my head. So fire or fire-related images, such as volcanoes, fireworks, burning, or smoking, probably indicates that you are experiencing passionate emotions in your waking life. Fire is purifying, illuminating, and the source of life, so it could suggest personal transformation or enlightenment. However, if you feel threatened or are injured in your dream, perhaps you're putting yourself at risk, quote unquote, playing with fire. Something urgently needs your attention before it gets out of control. It can't be ignored or avoided any longer, as it has the potential to be destructive. If you burn alive in a dream, oh God, maybe you're being overambitious or too driven or too eager to impress. Maybe you need to take some time out to avoid burnout, especially in a professional context. If a firefighter or fire extinguisher appears, perhaps you're learning to control your emotions, even if you aren't yet doing so. So there's reasons to have good hope of personal progress. So yeah, it looks like at the end of the day, it's all about your, what is going on with like what you're doing as far as, are you burning out? Are you taking control of the situation? Are you following your passions? Or are you letting your passions burn you out? And are you letting other people control how you, how ambitious you are? Interesting. All right. Oh, wow. All right. And then we have Moira. Now that I'm using this a little bit more, I kind of have been enjoying this for an oracle purpose. It's kind of like read between the lines situation. Okay, for Moira. Okay, taking the first one off the top here. So, there's a card. Absolutely, Red Angel. Boundaries. Ah, yeah. Boundaries has been coming up so much for everybody in the collective right now. And I think as we're moving toward this 777, we're learning like our own person, like in this Leo season coming up, like we're learning how to really like be an advocate for ourselves. We're really learning how to go after what we want for our own personal happiness, not for anybody else. So it's very interesting to see all of these readings that I've been doing for multiple different people for multiple different reasons, but boundaries keeps coming up. And I think it's an important lesson that, you know, everybody needs to reevaluate what, you know, is worth it for themselves. You know, who is crossing the line, who needs to be let go of, how do you stand up for yourself, etc. So we have unable to find a restroom. Let's see what this is. Searching unsuccessfully for a restroom or laboratory is a sign you're feeling frustrated or blocked in some way in waking life. Interesting. Since using a restroom is very personal, the dream is probably concerned with a deep aspect of your inner life. One possible message is that you need to let go of any anger, guilt, shame, jealousy, fear, hate, or sadness. Emotion appears to be holding you back. Another is that you aren't paying enough attention to your life's true priorities, or you're neglecting your personal needs. You're probably placing others' priorities above your own well-being and would be well advised to take better care of yourself. Give yourself more space, calm, respect, and freedom. If you do find the restroom, this is a positive sign that you'll find a healthy way to let go, unless the room turns out to be unusable, in which case the warning still applies. Yeah, again, more boundaries. Very interesting. Letting go of guilt and shame and all of that stuff, it doesn't serve you anymore. Like, I've said it before, like your past, like it's all doesn't matter anymore. Like the things that you did, you've grown, you're a different person then from then. You're a different person. You're a different situation. All that matters is the present. So you holding on to guilt or shame or fear or anger from past events serves you no purpose in the present. Obviously, there's a reason why you feel those things. However, is working through the reasons of why and learning to accept, the situation, what happened, accept that it happened, and kind of work through that emotion. Remember, emotion is just energy. Let it transmute itself. Let it flow. Let the anger transform into, grace, into something more that's going to suit you better than anger or shame or all of those emotions that kind of hold you back from going after something that you want or a relationship, all of those things, resentment, all of that. It just adds up and it builds until eventually you explode and like you don't find joy in what you're doing anymore or find joy in the relationship. So as long as you've had a healthy way of coping and working through those feelings, then it's time to transmute it and kind of let it be what it is and be in the past. But yeah, that's really interesting. I wouldn't have put that in with unable to find a restroom, but I do agree with, trying to figure out your priorities, placing other people's priorities in front of yours. Again, more boundaries. So very, very interesting. All right, Red Angel. Really need a rest, yeah. All right, super girly, thank you so much for hanging out. Have a good night. Alrighty, Red Angel, let's see. This one wanted to come out. Accidents. Stop, would ya? Alrighty. Dreams that feature accidents, perhaps in a car, plane, or train, or simply tripping up and falling over, are an obvious warning to be alert to potential danger. Your unconscious has noticed and wants to draw your attention to something you aren't alert to in waking life. It's urging you to be more careful. This doesn't mean you're going to have an accident, just that greater vigilance is required if you were to reach your goals without some kind of mischance, which may occur at the emotional level. Alternatively, the accident could suggest you're avoiding something you need to face or that your priorities or values are in conflict with those of others. If you're driving and crash, you may be experiencing strong emotions that put you in danger of losing control. If someone else is driving, you probably feel a situation in your waking life has left you powerless to shape your destiny. That makes a lot of sense. So there could be some avoidance here. There could be some stress. There could be a lot of things that maybe you're ignoring or actively ignoring, if that makes sense. You see the red flag, but you're thinking, oh, maybe I'm overreacting. So there's a lot here that could be interesting as far as an oracle meaning for the accidents. I'm very intrigued with this deck now. Now that I'm using it, I'm like, This could be a good tool. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this whole reading between the lines situation here. But yeah, maybe there's something that you might be avoiding, and maybe it's on the emotional level. Like I said, red flags. Maybe there's somebody in your life that you're like, oh, they're just that way, and you're not really looking into why they're just that way, or they're repeating a behavioral pattern that maybe it's not conducive to what you deem appropriate. Yeah, interesting. All right. Are there anybody else here that wants a card pull? So I think I got everybody, yeah? Everybody that wanted one. Yeah, you're welcome. Is there a card called Animals? I thought I saw one. It might be Let me double check here. I'm going to look through. It might be something that's like a conglomerate of different animals here, but there has to be. I thought I saw one. There's one for flowers, so there's got to be one for animals. At least there should be. There's one for birds. Insects, buildings. There we go, animals. I found it. I'm right there with you, Wild Gems. Bad memory. So here's the animal card. All right. Animals are a symbol of primal instincts and urges. In a dream, they can represent a repressed part of yourself that you can't fully express in waking life. The precise meaning may depend on the specific animal, so be alert to its character and its traditional associations. The most common wild animals to appear in dreams are the elephant, which denotes memories or maybe a need for patience, the horse, which symbolizes strength or the need for that quality, and the lion, which suggests leadership and pride. If the animal is caged or in a zoo, you are being advised either to show caution or else to escape the constraints placed upon you. The mood of your dream may help you choose between these opposites. Pets, if they are healthy and content, suggest that your needs are being met, but a sick, wounded, or neglected pet suggests precisely the opposite. Interesting. So yeah, I guess it would all depend on what kind of animal or type of animal you dreamt about and then use that for the characteristics. Hello, growling stomach. God. Yeah, this is like the most unprofessional video ever, but you don't hang out with me on my lives for professionalism. I don't know. I tend to think of these lives as just like hanging out with my besties, hanging out with my friends. And when I hang out with my friends, I have tangents. We all go on different tangents. We all talk about crazy different things. We talk at once. We get distracted. I like these kind of lives. It feels more, it's just more fun. And it's freeing. I don't have to, I am who I am. I am silly. I'm goofy. I am forgetful. Oh gosh, okay. Oh, you dream about all of them. Aw, thank you. I love you guys too. Right? I really like that. I like that, we're all like-minded individuals and we all have different takes on it. And I like being able to discuss these things with you because, oh, here we go with the fireworks. There's a lot of people in my life that aren't on the same wavelength with this. Like they don't understand it or they're not like in the vibe of it. You know what I mean? Like they don't really know what's going on. They're like, oh, that's cool. Okay. And then so it's like the people who get it, I'm like, oh, I want to talk to you guys about it. I want to like discuss all the things. I want to talk for hours and hours because like other people are just like, uh-huh. Or they want a reading and they're like, okay, cool. And then that's it. So I like the fact that like this channel, we are just discussing things. We're just like sharing a cup of tea together and we're discussing the art, we're discussing the content, and that's it. Like I don't claim to be an expert. I don't claim to be somebody who is going to have all the answers. I'm just here. And I feel like that's how I would want to see a person in this situation, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's just fun. Oh, good. I'm glad. This deck does work as an oracle. Yeah. Like I am now more intrigued to use it because of how you can kind of work with it. The door's kind of open with it. Especially if you are not looking at it from a dream standpoint. Like you're not trying to decode a dream. You're just trying to like maybe get confirmation or figure out maybe why you're feeling a certain way. I'm enjoying it. It's grown on me. Would you like to be a guest? Possibly. I am very bad at commitment right now, with everything going on with my dog. So I'll be in contact with you about that, because absolutely I would love to, but like, I'm stressed. I'm very stressed. Right? Like, legitimately, it was like, no, you think so little of me. I'm going to show you exactly what I can do. Like, let me show you my tricks. For real though, like I'm pretty surprised about it. Like I said, I really like the art. I like all of the information on the back. Now that I see how it can be utilized, I'm like, okay, maybe this does need to be in the collection. Well, good for you. Good for you taking July off. Yeah, does anybody else have any more questions or concerns or anything like that? Need me to pull another card? Last call on that. And then I think yeah. Look what I can do. Is it Stuart? Flashback to Mad TV. Oh my gosh, Mad TV circa late 90s, early 2000s. Oh, yeah, good for you then taking that off. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I like doing the decks that maybe need a little bit more of a test drive live like this. Let me show you the other ones that I've got for other lives coming up. Bending over sucks when you're 30-something. Okay. So, I have the Wisdom Seekers Tarot. I have, full disclosure, looked through this already. This came with one of the subscription boxes I reviewed. And then I have the Super Attractor. I also have other decks that are stuff that we can go through live, just because some of these it's going to be a little difficult to make a channel video on. Oh, I did have it! Richard, if you're still here. So this is the Healing with the Angels Oracle from Doreen Virtue. This I found at the thrift store. And then I also have her Cherub Angel cards for children. Found at the same time. Someone got rid of them. And like, I'm not about to pay $80 for a Doreen Virtue deck or above that. Like, I've seen them go for like $300. So the fact that I found them at a thrift store, I was like, all right, I'll pay the thrift store price. And then I also have this Advice from Angels. So messages from the angels we meet every day, which seems like a pretty older deck. I think early 2000s. So, like I said, it's kind of hard to do some of these on the main channel. I have more like just like affirmation decks and that sort of a thing. It'd be kind of just more fun to do live than a video. But yeah, interesting decks, interesting things coming. But as far as Doreen Virtue goes, like, we all kind of know her stance on everything. So if I'm not having to, I feel really awkward and really bad like doing a channel video on it, just because like it's not something that you can go out and buy, right? So it's like, why do I do like a full review on the channel for it when we can do it live and then like play around with the deck? So that was my thought process around that. Good for you, Spring Garnet. Oh my gosh, for real, face sound effects. Ooh, the sound effects that be coming from my knees, my ankles. Oh gosh, yeah, it's so it's so much. There's so many things, right? Yes, thrift stores. I'm telling you. We have a lot around in my area that we kind of just, traverse. It was really sad during the panini, because like we couldn't go out, and a lot of those were shut down for a while, and like I didn't feel comfortable going and shopping, especially since, you know, they're used products and stuff like that. I was like, I don't want to trust anything right now. So like thrift stores shopping is like our date day. We love to go, we love to treasure hunt, and so that was really hard when we weren't able to do that. But when things started opening up again, I was like, that's when you started to see all of the board games and all of the puzzles just get stacked up in the thrift stores, and we're like, cool, we'll take a puzzle for 45 cents. And so yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of board games for our nephew and our family to come over and play now, because we're just like, quarter, cool. So try to find in the like game section, even in like the kids and the books section, they'll have the decks. You never know what you're gonna find. Check out consignment stores, that sort of a thing, especially if you're looking for older decks. It's a gold mine sometimes. You kind of have to know like when they put out the new stuff weekly to go. I don't recommend the Salvation Army. I don't like supporting them for a lot of reasons. Goodwill is pricing everybody out right now. It's ridiculous. Some of the things that they have, like, we'll go every once in a while to a Goodwill, and like, we'll look at the clothes, we'll look at the furniture, and it's like, this is a thrift store. This is not Target. Like, why are you pricing these items so high? You are pricing the people who need to go to thrift stores out of the thrift stores. Like, where are they going to get their furniture now? Like, it is ridiculous. So, just be warned that there are price gouging going on too. So, take that with a grain of salt. Yeah. Yeah, Spring Garnet had a rough go of it. Yeah, Goodwill is just, it's asinine. I don't understand. But yeah, this whole inflation thing is crazy. I don't know when it's going to end. Like the fact that you can't get staple food now for like the quote unquote minimum wage for an hourly rate here in the US is not okay. It's not good. It's not good. So with that, those are going to be part of the community polls that I'll put up as far as like the next time I go live. I'm thinking about maybe going live tomorrow night as well. I'm not sure. Like I said earlier, I'm kind of wanting to do this as a distraction right now, because when I don't have things to focus on, my mind starts, going. So we'll see. But for sure, mark July 7th. We'll do, I'm not sure what time. Maybe I'll post a poll about what time works for everybody. But as far as videos go, just be patient with me. If you're a Patreon or a channel member, depending on the membership, you'll get the content first, so you'll get to see all the videos early. I get new releases from the publishers periodically, so if you're wanting to be the first one to check out a deck, the Patreon and the channel members, that's where you'll see it first before anybody else. I usually give 2 to 3 days before all the subscribers get to see it. So if you're not checking that out, there's that. Again, the link tree should be in the description box. If it's not, you can search me all over at Wicked Moonlight. If you are on Whatnot, that's where I sell a bunch of my ritual items and my crocheted goodies. So I hand make a lot of stuff. I think right now it's only in the US and Canada. So check that out. Again, that'll be in my link tree. I've got a lot of fun stuff there. I've just started making more broomstick crystal necklaces, which are really cool and really fun. Wire wrapped ones. Thank you. I will. Thank you. Nobody prepares you for for an elderly pet. They really don't. So it's just kind of like one of those things where it's a day by day thing. He terrified us the other day. It was just this week, I think, where it looked like he was having a seizure. And he's had seizures in the past, but it wasn't a seizure. And then he started panting, and I'm like, oh my God, he's in pain. So we had to up his pain dosage. And so it's just like, taking it day by day and figuring out what he needs. And right now we're just wanting to make sure he's comfortable. I just got him one of those, the baby Bjorn wraps that, it's just a piece of fabric and you wrap it around and you hold the baby. They make those for pets. So I bought him one of those because he gets really anxious now, and so he likes to be all up on you. And so I'm like, well, I can't carry you. I can't hold you like that all day with no hands. So I have him in a baby Bjorn now, and he's starting to adjust to it and like it, and it's the most precious thing. Oh my God. And I put my younger dog in it, and he's bigger than my elderly dog, and he was like, this is cool, Mom. I'm going to stay right here. I'm like, okay, but my back. Yeah, he's very sweet. Oh, what is Whatnot? Whatnot is a place where it's kind of like a live eBay. So like what we're doing now, it's a live stream, but it's an auction, so you can bid on the items that the seller is selling. So essentially, you can chat. It's a live video. It's a streaming situation, but just with an auction. So you can chat. You can hang out. There's people that do art on screen while they bid on the art piece, or there's crystal sellers. That's where I'm getting a lot of my crystals now, because I like supporting small businesses, and they're all small businesses. So it's fantastic to see, like, a great community, fantastic community. So it's mostly been for like card players. So like Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, that sort of a thing, where they sell and they do like, I don't want to say gamble, because that's not really what it is, but it's like little games where like you can bid on mystery packs and then whatever. My husband got me onto it, because he's a Magic the Gathering person. So that and like Warhammer. And so he was like bidding on there, and he's like, oh, they sell crystals, they do other things on here, so like you should apply to sell. And I'm like, what am I going to sell? He's like, you crochet, you have your ritual stuff that you make for your videos and for yourself. Because I do a lot of stuff for like family members and that sort of thing. So I'm like, oh, all right, I'll apply. And so it's just been a lot of fun. So that also helps keep my mind off a lot of stuff, because I'm like making for other people. So yeah, it's been really cool. And then you get to connect with like-minded individuals like this. So it's very fun. Thank you so much, Jan. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, it's a hard time, but it's good. Like I'm not going to say that it's easy, but at the same time, it's like, it does make you appreciate the little things more now. Like, when he was struggling that little bit, when it went downhill, when he started to get back to himself, I was like, oh my gosh, like, he's begging again. He's being annoying again. Yay! Because this dog, I swear, if he is not by the book, like, he has a specific routine that he likes to follow. And if you aren't doing that thing that he needs you to do at that particular time, he will beg and beg and whine and whine and whine. And it's like, dude, like, calm down. Yeah. So it was really cool to see him kind of like get back to his normal state of being. But yeah, so if you check out the community tab, that's where I'll be posting all of the updates. If you have notifications on, that little bell icon it will notify you when I do a post as well, or at least it should, because there's like, if you click it, it'll say all or personalize the notification. So if you just have it on all, it will let you know if I post a community tab post, a video, or a short. And then what else? Yeah. So I want to make sure we all can like vote on what we want to do. And then of course I'll be live for the new moon and full moon readings. So just keep an eye on that community tab post, and that'll let you know when I'm live. I'm trying to be, I want to know different times for everybody to be fair. So like if I go live for another one of these deck reading things, I can go on a different time than 7, hopefully, just to kind of get more people who are on different time zones. I'm trying to figure that out. So I think another like poll will be good for that, because there's so many more of you guys now, which is fantastic. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, I want to be fair. But yeah, on that note, I think I'm going to end. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Thank you for being my distraction. Thank you for dealing with my technical issues and my like crazy spacey mind tonight. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on everything on the tab. Follow my social medias. I haven't posted over there in a while, but I will be doing so more consistently, hopefully. But yeah, thank you guys so much. You've watched from the beginning. Oh, this is the first live that you've caught? Oh, yay, I'm so glad. Well, thank you guys. I love you and I like you. And if you haven't done so, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. You'll never miss an upload from me. All right, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will see you guys in my next one. Oh, Moira, I'm so glad. Okay. All right, I'll see you guys soon.